Hello Stampers! Boy do I have a colorful card for you today. I wanted to put in this vast scene and have this girl sitting kind of in a windowsill, just hanging out and looking out over the water. So I'm going to use one of the new stamp sets that's in January-June 2022 Stampin' Up! Mini Catalog. And it's the In the Moment stamp set, and it has this image right here, and that's what we're going to use. I just want to remind everybody that you don't have to use the entire images sometimes. You can cut away things like this girl right here. She doesn't have to be standing in front of this railing. You can just cut that part away and cut her out. And the same with this girl right here. I just imagine her leaning against a tree in a park instead of laying in bed. Anyway, that's my ideas on this stamp set, just so you get some more use out of it. So we're going to do direct to paper today. It's one of my favorite techniques to use when I just want to put in a quick background. It's not an exact science, no two cards look alike, but we're going to get going on this and get inky. So I have a basic white panel here that's 3.5 by 4.5. All the panel sizes are down below this video. Just click show more and you'll see them down there, along with all the product links. So we're going to start with So Saffron ink, and for direct to paper we're going to use the short end of your ink pad, and you're going to have it on a tilt. If you lay it flat and drag it across, you're going to grab your paper and just have a big spot. And one thing I want to tell you before you start is make sure you're doing light strokes, very light strokes. It's easier to layer color than to have a big dark area that you don't want. So we're going to start with light strokes across the top of our paper to put in our sky. And you can tell that you need to add more pressures if you're not getting enough ink that you want. So we're going to do that. And see, hold on to your paper tight. Sometimes it grabs your paper, and we'll put dark edges. That's fine for this light color. I'm not sweating that light color there. All right, because that could just be a cloud formation. It's fine. So that was So Saffron. Next we're going to do Mango Melody. And I'm going to bring this color in and lightly bring it in. It's going to end up darker on the edge where you start than it will when you finish. And you don't have to go all the way across. Just make sure you're lifting up as you pull it out. So you get these great little formations going. I just love that. So that was Mango Melody. We're going to get darker yet. We're going to go to Cajun Craze. And again, I'm starting that same side. I'm lightly adding some. And I'm going to be darker up here at the top. So there is our sky already. Okay, for our water, we're going to go in with Bermuda Bay first. And I'm going to turn my cardstock this way and use this direction. Again, light strokes. And there's our base for our water. Remember to have that ink pad at a tilt. You don't want it flat. This is Pacific Point we're putting in next. And I'm adding it on this left side. Bringing it in and lifting up towards this side here. So you have it's lighter on this side. So that was Pacific Point. We're going to go even darker with Night of Navy. And I'm just adding a little bit of this Night of Navy. I don't want to cover up all that Pacific Point there. And there's your water. Now, one thing about water-based inks that these Stampin' Up! Inks are, they will dry about 2 shades lighter. So I always tend to go a little darker than I want the finished product to be, and then it lightens up as it dries. So there is that, and then I want a little ground area in front of my water. So I'm bringing the Cajun Craze back out. And I'm going to add some across the bottom here. This will be like our water edge. And I'm doing like a little scoop here motion, so that it kind of looks like there's water like flowing in. So there's our ground area. And then I'm going to take a white chalk marker, and I'm just going to add some sea foam. These are dots, just lots of dots. And it's right at the edge of the water and the ground area. And once you start getting in that light area over here, you're not going to see it. And plus your girl's going to be sitting in front of that. So you really just need it over here on the right side a bit. So there's our water edge. Okay. Background is just about done. I'm going to stamp our sentiment real quick. And you can use about any sentiments up here in the sky. I used You're in My Thoughts, because that you can use that for so many different occasions. So I'm just going to stamp it above our horizon line. I need to bring it down so I can see. There we go. So I put that right above the horizon line. And that was Memento Tuxedo Black. I stamped it in. Okay, we're going to set that aside, and I'm just going to get out a scrap piece of basic white cardstock here and Memento Tuxedo Black. And I'm going to stamp our girl image. Make sure I ink it up really well here. And I love using this ink when I'm going to use Stampin' Blends to color with. That Memento Tuxedo Black. It doesn't smear. It's nice and dark. So there's our image. Now just do a little bit of coloring. I'm going to color her skin. We have a brand new set of skin tone markers out. This one I'm just using the ivory that we've had before. And I'm going to color her skin in. It's her hands and her legs and feet. You don't have to worry about too much about staying inside the lines. We're going to be cutting this image out. Don't forget that little piece of her back there that needs colored, that's sticking out between her legs and pants. Okay, so that was the ivory Stampin' Blend. Next I'm going to do the light cinnamon cider Stampin' Blend. And I'm going to use this in her hair. I'm just making sure that I don't cover up her barrette. What's in her hair? There we go. That was her hair. And then for her pants, I'm using a dark Pool Party marker. I just love Pool Party. Such a pretty color. That green blue. It just takes you to the beach. Okay, so there's her pants, her barrette, and that's all the coloring I'm going to do. I'm going to leave her shirt white, the coffee cup white, and then I'm going to cut this image out, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I used my paper snips and I've got her all cut out. There's just this little piece here that's under her arm that I need to get out. And so I'm just going to cut along her arm to separate this. And you don't have to worry about it not being attached to where her pants are, because once you glue it on your panel, you will not know the difference. So there's that little piece that I cut out. And she's all ready for our card. So we're going to start putting our card together. I'm going to flip my inky paper over here. I don't want color on my panels. Now I have a 5.5 by 8.5 Pool Party card base, and I folded it in half for a quarter card, and I cut 2 panels of basic white that are 4 by 5.25. I put one on the front of the card and one on the inside, and then I have a piece of Smoky Slate that we're going to attach our sky, or well, our scene to. And when I attach it, I'm going to attach this piece. It's 1/8 inch larger than our main image panel. So I'm going to put this so it's flush with the left side and the bottom of the panel, and that's going to give like our shadow for our window. I'm going to use multi-purpose glue here, but you use whatever you like. I like to have that few seconds to shift my panels around if I get them on crooked. So that's why I like the glue better. Okay, so there's our Smoky Slate on there, and that will be our shadow. And then this is going to go on our card. We're just going to center it on our card front here. See how quick and this card goes together. Direct to paper is definitely the way to go if you need to make a whole bunch of cards quickly, but you still want a beautiful scene going on. So now we're going to add our lady to the front. When I put her on, I want to make sure she kind of looks like she's sitting on the windowsill, not in the scene. So I'm putting it so her back is against this part of the white, and her feet and bottom are down in this white area here. So there she is. And there's our card for the day. Wow, that went quick, didn't it? Thank you for joining me. Bye.